At its core, Venusian energy is the frequency of pleasure, beauty, attraction, love, sensuality, and abundance. It's the energy of receiving, of magnetism, and of being rather than doing. And in my opinion, it is the key to success. Hi, lovely witch. My name is Rosa. I'm the Divine Feminine Witch, and I help witches feel empowered through working with the goddess. And today we're talking about one of the most important essences of the goddess, which is Venusian energy. We're going to be talking about what Venusian energy is, the misconceptions about it, and how to embody it in your witchcraft practice. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss a video. So what is Venusian energy? Venusian energy is the energetic current associated with the planet Venus, the brightest planet in the night sky, often called the morning or evening star. In astrology, Venus rules over love, beauty, pleasure, harmony, art, relationships, and attraction. She is the planet of what we value, what we desire, and what we magnetize. Venus rules over Taurus and Libra, two signs that deeply value the pleasures of the body, the harmony of relationships, and the experience of beauty in all its forms. But this energy doesn't only belong to the planet. It also lives within goddesses across cultures. There are actually so many goddesses that are associated with Venusian energy and the planet Venus. Venus is the Roman goddess of love, beauty, and luxury. We also have Aphrodite in Greece, Inanna and Ishtar from Sumer, Astarte, Hathor, Oshun, and Freya, and probably a few others. The names and forms and their stories might be a little bit different, but their energy is very similar. They are all expressions of Venusian power, embodiments of sensuality, creativity, sovereignty, and sacred self-worth. These aren't pretty passive figures lounging around waiting for love to happen to them. These are powerful, complex deities who use love as a force of creation, seduction as a tool of empowerment, and beauty as divine expression. Venusian energy is about magnetism, not force. It's about attracting, not chasing. It's about living in alignment with your senses, pleasure, and values. And it's also deeply connected to your body, your creativity, and your intuition. So online, there is a bit of misconception around what Venusian energy is. You'll often see Venusian energy boiled down to hyperfemininity, a certain body type, or even using seduction as a form of manipulation. But real Venusian energy isn't about performing femininity for others. It's about reclaiming your own version of femininity, whatever that looks like for you. It's not about being passive or doing it for others. True Venusian energy isn't about molding yourself to be likable to others. It's not about being passive or palatable. And it's definitely not just about how to attract a partner. It's not just about looking pretty. It's about feeling powerful. It's about walking into a room with your heart open, but your boundaries intact. It's not necessarily about being soft. It's more about knowing when to be receptive and when to draw the line with grace. It's about loving yourself so fully that your life becomes an act of devotion. It's about knowing what you deserve and not settling for less. So what are some ways you can embody Venusian energy in your practice? Glamour magic is literally tapping into Venusian energy. It's about using your appearance, your aura, and energy to shape perception. This isn't about vanity, it's about intention. Wear colors, scents, and makeup or skincare that makes you feel empowered. You can enchant your perfume and let your beauty be a spell. I did make a video that's an introduction to glamour magic, so I'll tag that in this video if you want to check that out. Self-care as a sacred ritual. Self-care isn't just face masks and bubble baths, although those things are nice. It's about listening to your needs and honoring your body and caring for yourself like a goddess cares for her temple. Create rituals around a self-care day, and a perfect time to do this would be on Venus Day, on Friday, the day of the goddess. Prioritize self-love and confidence. Venusian energy is deeply tied to how you see yourself. Practice mirror gazing and speaking affirmations to yourself in the mirror, and do shadow work around worthiness and visibility. Confidence isn't about thinking you're better than others. It's about knowing you're whole and worthy exactly as you are. Consider working with a Venusian goddess. There are many Venusian goddesses, and they are all great at helping you with all these things that we're talking about here. Ask them to guide you in reclaiming your power, your pleasure, and your divine beauty. Explore your Venus sign in your birth chart. What society generally considers beautiful may not align with your views of beauty, and that's totally okay. Looking at your Venus sign can help you understand what you consider beauty is, as well as how and where you seek pleasure, how you express creativity, and what type of artistic things you might be interested in. This can also help you understand what you deem important when it comes to financial stability and what luxury means to you. Create rituals around embodiment and sensuality. Venus rules the senses, so bring your magic into your body. Move, dance, do yoga, wear textures that feel good to you. Eat slowly and with intention. Cast spells that involve scent, taste, touch, and beauty. Your body is not separate from your magic. It is your altar. Self-worth is super important here. Your self-worth is one of the most powerful spells you can cast. Every time you say no to something that isn't aligned with your energy, and every time that you refuse to abandon yourself, you are practicing Venusian magic. This helps you raise your value and your frequency. Venus asks us to face where we have been taught that we aren't worthy of love, beauty, or abundance. Doing shadow work around self-worth and receiving can be super beneficial and help you tap into your Venusian energy. Venusian energy isn't about fitting into a mold. It's about becoming the most radiant, magnetic, and authentic version of yourself. All right, that is all I have for you today. If you liked this video, you may want to consider working with the goddess Venus. I do have a video on how to start working with her. I also have a few blog posts on Venusian energy and how to work with Venus. So feel free to check those out. Let me know in the comments how you like to connect to your Venusian energy. I'd love to hear about it. And do you work with any of the Venusian goddesses? I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with somebody you think might benefit. And thanks for watching.